Well, afternoon people, welcome back to the channel. We're in the Clag, as you can see. I have to have a wee seat. Yes, where are we? So yeah, I've come up towards Loch Rannoch today, passed up to the station, and then crossed over the railway track and headed down alongside Loch Ladon. I think it's Loch Ladon. It's down there. I can just make it out in the Clag, a little bit of it. But we broke away from that track to come up here. There's a wee, I can't remember the name of it now. My memory keeps failing me. Going up a little graham, I think it is, a couple of 1,000 feet. And probably just have a camp up on top. But it's been very boggy, so it's been very hike-a-bikey, and I've had to push most of it because it's just waterlogged. It's been rain yesterday, been rain all week to be honest with you. So yeah, in fact rain's forecast, so I'm not going to hang about. I want to get up to the top and get the tent up and what have you, because it's heavy rain's forecast at least for a couple of hours, and I'd rather avoid it if I can. So yeah, I don't know how far we are. I think we're about halfway. So but yeah, it's been a bit of a slog, but yeah, no, lovely kind of drive along past Loch Tummel and Loch Rannoch this morning. Yeah, lovely fall colours. The leaves and change. Well, you know, it's right in the kind of the best part of autumn now, I guess. What are we, end of October? So yeah. Anyway, it's fairly mild actually. I think it's even up here. It must be it's well over 10 degrees. So. But yeah, damp, and the wind's getting up and the rain's coming, so I'll crack on. Hey folks, hopefully you can see me. Apologies for not chatting as we got to the top, but like I say, there is rain forecast. It's cold up here. The wind's a bit higher than I thought it would be as well. So yeah, I want to get up and kind of watertight as soon as possible. But I think we've achieved that. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to get a drink, and I'm going to have something to eat. It's a little bit early for dinner. I might just have some snacks and things like that, and I'll have dinner later. But yeah, I think the kettle will be going on the water anyway for a hot drink shortly. So yeah, and maybe sort some of these clothes out, a bit muddy. But yeah, anyway, right. thought I'd come up and have a proper look at the top. Yeah, it's one of these trig points. What do you call them? Finesses, I think. The round ones as opposed to the kind of more triangular ones. Cylindrical. Cool. Anyway, there's not much to say. I have seen a couple of kind of fleeting breaks up above last seconds, but it's better than what I've seen all day. It's forecast to be heavy rain right now, and that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, yeah, I mean, the more kind of regular watchers will know that, you know, I'll have noticed that today I'm on my own. The wife's away back across the pond, and actually she's out hiking parts of the Appalachian Trail right now. So, but she's back next week. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't think she would be that enamoured with this, but anyway, I like it. But yeah, in fact, bit of blue sky. It's just gone again. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping, because we should have good views. Well, could have good views over Loch Rannoch. You know, all the way. Sorry, Rannoch Moor. Sorry, I should say. Loch Rannoch's that way. Rannoch Moor, all the way across the Glencoe. So it would be nice to see. I think it's forecast to be a wee bit better tomorrow morning, but it's not. It's not a great forecast in anybody's book. But you know, you take the opportunities when you can. You know what I mean? If we were to wait for everything to be perfect, we'd never get out. So, but yeah, got a couple of new things today. New boots, which have done well so far. My feet are dry. Well, I think they're a little bit damp, but I think it's more sweat than letting in. And this has been horrific boggy stuff. I've had to push up over half of this hill. There's been a lot of rain, yeah, so it's just a complete bog fest, and the path's pretty low grade anyway. It's like an ATV track kind of thing, but I think definitely I wouldn't really recommend coming up here after a lot of rain. But again, you know, we know that now. But yeah, we're here. In fact, I can see some lochs appearing over on that side between the clouds, so yeah, cool. But yeah, it's nice. It's quite windy. I mean, I don't know what it is. I think it's forecast gusting up to 30. I think that probably feels about right. Yeah, it should be alright. So you can see, I mean, the tent's just behind you there, but yeah, kind of, what, 20 or 30 yards from the summit, so. But yeah, it's not forecast to get any more windy, just the rain, but we'll see. It looks less likely now than at any point today, so who knows? Forecasts are wrong sometimes. But yeah, it's nice solitude. I haven't seen anybody. Well, I saw some people on the path in from Loch. You go alongside Loch Rannoch for a little bit, and there was a few walkers and people. I was chatting to a few folk, but yeah, since I broke away from that kind of the Rannoch to Glencoe path and broke up this one, I haven't seen anybody all day. I wouldn't really expect it up here, to be honest with you, not in a day like today. But, this hill, I mean, it's a Graham, it's not even a Corbett, so it's probably not in a lot of people's lists. Yeah, I like the quiet hills, I like the solitude, it's nice. So, it must be getting close to dinner time. I'll finish this, I'll have a wee wander about. It is definitely threatening to lift. Anyway, fingers crossed, and yeah, right. Right, okay, dinner time. I think the light's starting to fade. Yeah, still no rain, but no views either. Anyway, right, what have we got? Something to eat, chicken tikka with rice. I've had this one before actually, quite liked it, I think, so cool. Yep, right, better get some water on. and then we can get this ready. Right, I can see that. So I've had dinner, I've rearranged, head back up to that end, second time, can't decide which is the highest one, but yeah, so I can just hear the pitter patter now, so yeah, it's like drizzle, it's not really, so yeah, this is the rain incoming. It's a bit later, a couple hours later than forecast, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, so going back to where we are, I had to look it up. Even though I'd, done all this research before, but it's Stob Cruaiche, I think that's how you pronounce it. Up above Rannoch Moor, like I say, it's just a graham. But yeah, so no views, but that's it. So yeah, what have I got for tonight? Oh, I've got a book. I'll show you. Patrick Baker, Secret History of the Cairngorms. Yeah, I don't know if you're anything like me and you kind of like, a little bit more meat in the bone, if you like, for some of these places that, in Scotland. Obviously, this book's Cairngorm focused, but yeah, it's great, and gives you lots of little bits of history, basically, and yeah, like I say, just adds a little bit of colour to things when you go to these areas and what have you. So no, I quite like that kind of thing. So yeah, that's tonight's entertainment. But yeah, I mean, plenty of space in here. This is a 2-man tent. As you probably have seen us out in this one before. But I don't really have like a single man, what I would class as a mountain or 4-season tent. So I in recent years I've not done this sort of thing on my own very often. So I just need to suck it up. I mean, this tent's not the lightest in the world. It's about 4 kilos, I think, all said and done. So for one person, it's a little bit over the top. But when you got a bike, I don't think you have to be quite as worried about weight as maybe you do when you're hiking. It's on your back. Obviously you still got to carry it up the mountain at the end of the day, don't you, I guess, but yeah, anyway, it is what it is, and yeah, it'll be absolutely fine tonight. I've no worries about it at all, so yeah, it's been good. So I've got some jelly babies somewhere, I think I do, I bet I do, jelly babies. So I've got jelly babies, I've got a book, I'm going to zip up the front door. Probably won't have another hot drink. Oh, I might. I don't know what time it is. What time is it? It's only 6:30. So yeah, I'll read this for a bit. Maybe I will have a hot drink later. We'll see. But yeah, and hopefully tomorrow morning might be better. The forecast is slightly better for tomorrow morning, but I'm still not convinced we're going to get much. Maybe just not. Well, you know what? Time will tell. We'll see. So we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, the new boots, I mentioned it briefly earlier, I think. So what are they? The Scarpa Terra GTX, I think. They've been absolutely fine. I mean, they are slightly damp inside, but I think it's just sweat. They've not leaked at all, which is nice. But yeah, my old ones, what did I have? Berghaus something or whatever. They were Gore-Tex as well, but they weren't a leather. They were a kind of, I don't know, synthetic, probably. And yeah, they disappointingly kind of gave up after about 2 years, and I hadn't used them that much, to be honest. And most of the time it's kind of cycling, so you'd think that would be really kind of light wear and tear in the boot itself, because it's not hitting the ground and what have you. So anyway, it is what it is. So hopefully these ones will be a little bit better. I've read several good reviews, so it's kind of why I picked them. So we'll see. Time will tell. But yeah, I'll look after them. I've got the wax and all the rest of it, so I can get them treated when I get home. But yeah, I mean, I have considered kind of the cycling type boots, if you like, but I don't really clip in. Obviously, I've got a road bike and I do quite a lot of road cycling, and I obviously got clip ins and all that for that. But you know, in some of this terrain, your foot's down regularly. I just think, you know, clipping in would be swings and roundabouts, isn't it? You know, if you've got long stretches of gravel, then great, you know, better clipped in. But I'm often up this sort of stuff, and I don't think the cycling kind of stuff, it's very limited in choice. It's very expensive. Not that these sort of things are cheap, mind you, either, but it's just there's not that much choice. I'm kind of skeptical as to, you know, at the end of the day, I want dry feet with warm feet. That's my priority. Everything else is a distant second. So anyway, that's enough ranting about that. But yeah, so it's been a good day. I mean, total solitude. Obviously, I mean, I used to do quite a bit of this sort of stuff on my own back in the day. Well, obviously, in more recent years, or, you know, what have you, tend to go out with obviously the wife, who's also into all this sort of stuff. So it's a little bit of an odd one for me, you know, going back to what I've done before many times, but, you know, on your own, it feels a little bit different. Yeah, I'm looking forward to restoring the balance, if you like, and you know, we'll do something together in future. But yeah, right here, right now, this is okay. It's good. Anyway, I'll probably stop waffling. I don't think I'll be out again. There's going to be no astrophotography or anything like that, quite plainly. So yeah, I think I'll call it a night. Well, I'll read for a bit, but yeah, and I'll probably pick up in the morning. Jelly baby time. Right. Morning. Yeah, it's just stopped raining the last 5 minutes. Yeah, it's been raining for about 12 hours, I think. Anyway, have a look outside. Not sure what we'll find. I suspect it's going to be cloudy. Let's have a look. Yep, much the same as when it was last night. Right, anyway, time for a coffee and what have you. As the morning looked as murky as the evening that preceded it, I decided not to hang around and wait for the possibility of more rain. It was time to get packed up and leave behind my solitude and this lonely mountain. wow, the sun's kind of come out a bit. Obviously not really very much in the grand scheme of things, but what a view. Down to Loch Rannoch in the background and these smaller lochs, Loch Gladden down there. Lovely light on the hills. Yeah, I mean behind is still in the clag, so waiting at the top wouldn't have helped. But yeah, no, it's gorgeous. Makes it worthwhile. Fantastic. Beautiful. Right, well, I'm going to enjoy this, I think, and have a little bite to eat, have a little bar snack or something, and yeah, I'll join you further down. Right, finally back at the car, and I've got the bike on and unpacked and all that stuff, so I'm ready to go. Yeah, I mean, it's still nice, the sun, as you can see out there, although that's probably the best view. It's already, the clouds started to come in again. I don't know if that top Stob Cruaiche was ever out of the clag. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, I guess. So, what we've learned, yeah, I wouldn't do a route like that after rain. It was horrific even on the way down. I had to push quite a lot on the way down because it's just too boggy. Even fell off a couple of times. It's all part of the fun, I guess. But yeah, no, it's good. So anyway, I better get going. Got a fair-sized drive to get back down to Ayrshire. So yeah, well, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Right, take care. Thanks. Bye.